I'm Sam Estes with Sonic Smiths, and today I want to give you our newest update to Piano in Blue. This is a special instrument for us. Obviously, this is Bill Evans' piano that was recorded at Columbia, originally used on Kind of Blue, Miles Davis's album. As you can see here, the GUI looks a little different. There's a lot of the same features that we're going to be going through, but part of the reason why we wanted to do this new graphic update is to make it more cohesive with the rest of our libraries. We have quite a few new libraries coming out soon, including a brand new piano that complements this one perfectly. We also spent a lot of time under the hood doing some new script tweaks and some sample tweaks. Let's go ahead and get started on our new interface. Over here, we have our mix section. This is relatively unchanged from what we had before, just looks a little bit different. We have our close room and surround mics with mutes and solos. You can change your output to different software outputs within Kontakt. We can switch on the vintage mono. This just monoizes the sound, so it sounds like this, versus the full stereo sound. Down here, we have our low pass and high pass filters. Sounds like this. And if you control click or command click on the Mac, that'll bring it back to center and turn off the filter. Next, we have our pedal. So this is the sound of the pedal as you move it. So you can turn this all the way off or down. I like having it about 75–80%. Tight, this is the sample start time adjustment. So there's about 25 milliseconds of space that allows the sound of the hammer to move through and the mechanics to work. It gives a little bit more room to the instrument, and so some people don't like this. Some people want it really snappy. As you can tell, it's not that drastic of a difference, but for those of you who are sensitive to that timing, this just helps remove that 25 milliseconds that we've added for those mechanicals. Now, this next knob is our newest feature. This is the release volume knob. This is the sound of the dampeners hitting the strings after you've released a note. Let me turn off the reverb real quick. So all we're doing is just changing the volume of those dampeners. This allows for better resonance control over those shorter notes. And let me just adjust this down so it's off. As you can see, this removes all the resonance. So I would recommend keeping it also at about 80%. That really adds breadth and body to the piano. And this is some of the script enhancements that we've done. We've spent a lot of time trying to figure out better ways of creating this resonance naturally with the piano. And this knob just gives you a little extra control. With our velocity curve, this is the width of that velocity curve. So if you want a very narrow range of how this piano responds, this is what that does. So what I'm doing here is playing really soft. I'm going to adjust the knob, and even though I'm still playing softly, this gives you a brighter, louder tone, and then I'll bring it back down. I kind of like just having it straight and horizontal like this with width 0 and height at about 50%. If you want to use the higher, brighter velocities, just bring up your height knob a little bit. That way, despite the velocity curve you have on your keyboard, you're going to be able to trigger the sample sets that are a little bit louder and brighter. Tape. This is the tape sample sets that we used in our original version. So if you turn this on, this loads physical samples that we ran through a tape machine. These are noisier samples. You will hear the noise. And we intentionally did not denoise these as much as the original samples, so it still retains some of that character. You can also add in tape noise. So if this is up and you're hearing noise all over the place, this is where that's coming from. So you can just bring it down if you want. This adds a nice little character and gels the sound a little bit better together. You can hear some of the distortion that comes in and warms up the sound a little bit. But again, if you don't want noise or if you're sensitive to noise, turn off the tape, use the original sample sets, and you'll be in good shape. So our last section here is the reverb section. We added a couple more presets, the long plate and the short plate. These sound like this. The long plate's kind of a brighter plate. It's got a nice little tone to it, and then the short plate's a darker plate, and just it dampens a little quicker. So it's a nice little extra reverb sets we thought we'd bring to you guys. We really hope you enjoy this new update. Now, this is available through native access. If you don't have a serial code for native access, you've purchased it before 2021 or so, please email us. The upgrade price, it's a one-time upgrade. It's $15. This allows us to pay for the serial that we'll be sending you. So that way you can put it into native access and download not only this update, but the update that came before this with the newest sample sets. Feel free to email us at info@sonicsmiths and enjoy the update.